Well, hello everyone. This is Amanda with Kokopelli Living, and I'm so excited that you're here to share with us and some new information, maybe some new tools in your toolbox to help you stay healthy and happy throughout the winter months. If we haven't met yet, my name is Amanda. Like I said, my husband and I run a company called Kokopelli Living, and we would love to share with you how we as a family have stayed healthy and happy during the winter months that is sometimes, or in the past, was harder for us to do. We used to get sick. Our activities and our schedules would go out the door as we're trying to cope with staying healthy, and not just physically, but also emotionally. So I'm excited to share this with you. We're absolutely passionate to teach people how to come back to nature for solutions, and also maybe find a little bit more connectedness with ourselves and with others as we draw to nature for our solutions. We absolutely profoundly believe with every fiber in our body that coming back to nature is the way to elevate life for us as a society and for us as people. So let's jump right into it. This is my beautiful family. This picture here on the left is from a wedding about a year ago, and I had to include that. I know it's not a winter picture, but I had to include that because we were feeling mighty fine at the time, looking good in our dressed up gear. We had been making particular good changes to our diet and our lifestyle to reduce stress, and we feel that this picture very much represents where we as a family were thriving in our physical and emotional health. But normally you would find us somewhere on the slopes or on a hiking trail or on a kayak. We love the outdoors, and we love to inspire others to get outside and enjoy the outdoors. Like I said, we have this deep connection to nature, and we thank the success that we are having as a family, not just in our everyday lives, but also in our connectedness with each other as a blended family. That we're successful because we spend time outside and we stay grounded. Here on the right-hand side, our dogs, Sam and Pip, they're always with us outside too, whether it's on the ski trails or on a kayak. So we don't have a lot of time to slow down. We love to be outside, and our bodies are oftentimes taxed with everything that everybody else's bodies is taxed with, on top of the fact that we love to be outside and sometimes get cold and maybe are exposed to a few more stressors. So let's see here. During the winter months, our bodies are, including yours, everybody's bodies are under extreme attack. Our immune systems have to cope with the fact that we are now getting cold and that the blood now has to flow to different areas to generate heat and keep us warm. We're also exposed to some wintertime germs, maybe. I don't know about you, but for me, it feels like everyone in my life outside of my home has been sick. And so we're always being exposed to other people being sick as well during the winter months because their bodies can't handle what is being thrown at them. And so this is what we're trying to do here, is to give people some suggestions on how to be the one that stays healthy. We've actually not had any colds or flus or anything like that in our home for a good couple of years now. I think a maintenance cold, like a little bit of sniffles is okay, but to be down for days is not healthy and not good for our body. So that's what we're trying to avoid. So our immune systems are taxed. Our mood is taxed as the months get grayer, and maybe we're not getting as much vitamin D. We're not getting as many endorphins that we naturally get from the sunshine and from being outside. People tend to become more stagnant, so we're not getting in endorphins or feel-good hormones from moving and being active either. And then OMG, the weight gain, particularly through the holiday season, and then the winter months too, as we slow down. So we want to prevent that from happening every winter as well. So there are things that we can do, like more frequent hand washing during the winter months, that we can do to keep ourselves healthy. There are a lot of things, you guys, that we are exposed to during the winter months that makes life a little bit more taxing and dangerous, like, ice on the roads and things like that, that we can't control. focus on the things you can control and the little changes that you can make in your environment and in your life to help you improve the quality of your life. So if you think about our ancestors, they used to hunt and fish and gather food all year long, store it so that in the winter months when nature slows down and goes into hibernation, we can rest too and live off of those preserves that we have put away. Well, our modern lifestyles are forcing us to keep pushing ahead, and it ends up leaving us with modern diseases from an overtaxed immune system or an overtaxed system. We know that heart attack, stroke, ADHD, depression, cancer, I have stroke twice there. Well, it is a serious issue, but all of these things, arthritis, inflammation issues, all of this has significantly increased in recent years. These are called modern diseases because they didn't used to be so prevalent. And you may say, well, it's because of diagnostics. Not really. It's not just diagnostics. Diagnostics has definitely helped us track better, but we also know that there's a direct correlation with our modern lifestyles and these modern diseases. So when people come to us with mood issues, or they're struggling to sleep, or anxiety, and all of these things are coming into their lives, these modern things, we follow the guidance of this lifestyle pyramid. First, talk about nutritional gaps. Are you eating healthy? Are you filling all your nutritional gaps, or is what you're experiencing because you don't have enough vitamin D maybe, or maybe you need to increase your omegas, or whatever the case is. We explore that and we experiment with things there. Exercise. In the wintertime, our bodies may not be functioning the way they do throughout the rest of the year, and we need to honor that. So talk about exercise. Do you need to make adjustments there? Are you overstressing your body with over-exercising, or are you maybe not getting enough exercise? So explore that. Rest and stress management. We know that stress is a killer. So it's incredibly important that we honor our bodies when we need more rest during the winter time because it is stressed. But in our modern lifestyles, it's not always easy for an overexhausted parent or somebody who's used to working 60-hour weeks and getting a lot of blue screen time to just wind down and rest. So we have some strategies for that. Reducing toxic load, we're going to talk about that. Informed self-care, which is your ability to have a toolkit to help yourself and be able to do research and connect the dots as to what's going on with your body and have that intuitive sharpness improved. Because I think in our modern lifestyles, we do lose that. We have lost that a little bit. So we actually have to actively work on tuning back in with our bodies. And then proactive medical care, which is our ability to work with our amazing medical providers and come with our own solutions and be able to help them connect the dots as well, and then take advantage of their experience to work with us. I have a wonderful doctor who knows that essential oils and natural healthcare is a huge part of my life. So I have never had any pressure to take a prescription medication or an antibiotic or anything that I don't feel ready for using. So that's the kind of healthcare provider that you want to find, somebody that's going to walk a path with you and respect your intuitive nature and ability to help yourself as well. So nutrition. During the winter months, we all crave our green smoothies, our kale, right? No, you don't crave cold green smoothies? No? Yeah, me neither. It usually looks more like that. I must admit that when I'm eating clean, I do crave my vegetable juices and my smoothies, but during the winter months, I want warm, hearty food. And there's a reason for our carb cravings during the winter months. Carbs increases serotonin in the brain. That is the hormone that makes you feel good. So it increases that, and that's why it feels good to eat those kinds of foods. So we want to find other ways than fatty, unhealthy foods, particularly processed foods, to increase serotonin in our bodies rather than rely on food. Because again, we're fighting against the weight gain. We're fighting against the processing of more toxins in our life. So during the winter months, so we don't want to tax it with unhealthy food. So we have switched over to doTERRA, which is an essential oil company. It's also the products that we have chosen to use in our business, so we can guide you through using those to improve the quality of your life. But the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a multivitamin pack that consists of a cellular vitality complex. It feeds your body at the cellular level. The omega fatty acids, that's incredibly important for brain health, but also for joint health. Omega fatty acids can also be found in seeds and nuts and seafood. It reduces joint pain and stiffness and inflammation, right, that builds up over the winter months. It also supports the mood. And then a whole food, really high quality, perfectly formulated multivitamin. A lot of the multivitamins that we spend money on, or that we as a family have spent money on before, was not in balance. So you're paying for too much of some cheap vitamin or nutrients that the body just eliminates through urinating, and not enough of the more expensive type nutrients that we need to have. But this is really well balanced so that your body gets exactly what it needs. So for me, we've been on Lifelong Vitality for about 1.5 years now. And for me, I know that when I take my Lifelong Vitality, I sleep better. It's easier for me to handle stress. I don't pack on the weight. My body just feels more in sync with life. So I know that at least my nutritional gaps are filled. I always recommend Lifelong Vitality first if that's within your means. Mushrooms have immune boosting properties because they have natural occurring antibiotics. So that's something that should be in your diet almost on a daily basis. Apples, oats, nuts, these all have fiber that will support mood, the digestive system. It also boosts the immune system, helps reduce cholesterol, and protects against that weight gain. Senior citizens particularly needs extra fiber. And then we do need to get some green and orange vegetables in. These are called winter greens because they grow in the winter time and because our bodies are supposed to be able to absorb them in the winter time. So you might find that your stomach doesn't like salads during the winter time. Maybe you get gassy or it's not comfortable to digest. But winter greens may not be as hard to digest because that's what your body's supposed to have in the winter time. But they do provide our bodies with the nutrients that we need throughout the winter months particularly. And then spices, things like onion, garlic, ginger, cilantro, those are all, turmeric and curry. Those are all herbs that's traditionally used in like Chinese or Indian cuisines. They also have wonderful anti-inflammatory properties, and then herbal teas, of course, as well. So wintertime has a lot to do with anti-inflammatories, trying to keep inflammation from building up in our bodies. Exercise. So for us, it's real easy to get outside. I don't like being outside when it's actively precipitating or snowing or raining or heavily windy because I get cold really fast, and once I get cold, I get sick. So I want to avoid that. But we do like to play outside. There are so many fun things that you can do outside in the wintertime. You bundle the kids up and just get outside. The outdoors also, like I said, is a big passion for us just because of the closeness as a family and the grounding that it brings when you're out in nature. But maybe you don't like being outside. Beachbody on Demand is something that we do throughout the week in our own home for exercise. And then on the weekends, we play outside when it's not dark out. So maybe you want to have an exercise program for at home. Maybe your joints and your body doesn't want to move the way you're used to it moving during the winter months, and you might have to honor that and switch to something a little bit lower impact, like fireside yoga or yoga in general. I think yoga in general is a great habit to have in your life for stress and health management anyway. So you might want to consider adding that to your regimen. So rest and stress management, this is really where we can harness the power of essential oils. So essential oils are naturally occurring aromatic compounds that is found in plants, and their purpose in plants is to give a plant its vitality, as well as fend off funguses and disease, and to improve its ability to reproduce. So we can harness those same properties in our bodies, and wild orange is one of those oils. It's a citrus oil like bergamot, or we have an incredible citrus blend that's called Citrus Bliss, and we have another one called Elevation that are amazing for mood enhancing. So if you're feeling a little down during the winter months, wild orange is definitely one of those oils that you need to try and see if that's something your body responds to. So now, serenity and balance, these are interesting. Balance is something I use throughout the day, maybe in my car, if I'm getting a little nervous because I have to do a presentation. It's a great oil to help calm you down and help you come back to a centered state. Serenity, I had to use for a good month before I saw significant dramatic changes. I was on a sleep medication, an over-the-counter sleep medication, for about 5 years. I struggled for 3 years to get off of them. And when I started to use Serenity, I was able to make that transition successfully within about a month. And now I don't even really need to use that much of it because I sleep so well. I put 1 drop in my diffuser every night. My brain is now retrained to recognize that scent and to know that it's time to calm down. My body instantly starts calming and gets that message that it needs to release the sleep hormones and the hormones that's going to calm me down. And that's how essential oils work. They work with our bodies at a cellular level because they create vibration. They also work with our brain because they help route neural pathways and responses in the body that we want to see because the scent is so powerful. Oregano and On Guard. Okay, so oregano is one of those oils that you have to have in your house at all times in the winter months. I've been handing these out like hotcakes because everybody around me is sick, like I said. On Guard is one of those oils that was tested in hospitals. They took 2 surfaces, and one was cleaned with bleach and one was cleaned with On Guard. And the surface, then they introduced some mega nasty bugs that's typically found in hospitals. And the surface that had bleach on it had a kill rate of 100% for 24 hours. The surface that had On Guard on it had a kill rate of 100% for 3 days. And after those 3 days, it diminished to 70%. So it continued killing bugs even later. But that is amazing statistics. So this is an oil that you can take internally, you can apply it topically, you can put it in a diffuser when you first get symptoms of colds or the crud coming into your home. Normally, I would add oregano to the bottom of the feet, dilute it with a little bit of olive oil or fractionated coconut oil because it is a hot oil. Do not put it directly on your skin. This is safety things that we teach you when you become a member with us, and we walk you through the process and teach you how to use the oils safely. But if we feel like we have cold symptoms coming on and we don't feel better or relief within a few hours, I add oregano and it just supercharges the immune system. On Guard is so effective that doTERRA has come out with cough drops, household cleaners, toothpaste, hand washes, laundry detergent. I mean, you can clean your entire house just with this product and keep it clean. So if you're ready to get those antibacterial stuff out of your house, that's a really great substitute. So how do we use essential oils? So there's 3 main ways to use essential oils. Aromatically, I'm going to turn my camera up here so I can model for you. So aromatically, I have a diffuser in each room in my house. This is doTERRA's Petal Diffuser, but you can get them elsewhere too. You just want to make sure that you have an ultrasonic diffuser, so nothing that's going to heat up your oils because you don't want to change the chemical properties, right? So we have a diffuser in every room in our home. We use them for different reasons. That's one way to get the therapeutic properties out of essential oils. Your hands are perfect diffusers that you have with you all the time, I hope. So you can take your oils, put it on your hands, rub your hands together. You're already getting the aroma. Don't touch your eyes. Inhale deeply. I will do this in the afternoon with my citrus oils for a pick-me-up. If I need relief from some anxious feelings or head and neck tension, throughout the day, I will do that and apply it to the back of my neck. So that's the other way that you can apply essential oils, is topically, either to the affected area. So say, for instance, you have a bellyache, take your digestion and rub it on the affected area. Joint pain, that deep blue works great on your joints. And then you're on guard. So you can use some of the oils internally. If you have a supplementation label on the back of your essential oil bottle, that means that oil can be taken internally. I drink lemon in my water every day. So you might ask, why would you put essential oils in your water rather than fresh lemon? Well, 1 drop of lemon, and I only put 1 in my glass bottle, 1 drop of lemon oil is the equivalent of 36 lemons. So that is a heck of a lot of antioxidant power that I get every day, and I get that citrus benefit as well. So that's something that I do to boost my immune system. I'll also add some On Guard from time to time. On Guard also comes in beadlets. So like the other day I was in a closed door meeting and somebody was coughing in there, and I just started popping a couple of those On Guard beadlets, and I'm healthy as can be. So those are different ways that you can use your essential oils. And we teach you all of this as well. Other healthy stress control habits that you can do is meditation. There's a couple of apps that help and teach you how to meditate if you prefer using a guided meditation. One is Headspace, one is Calm. You can download this on your Android or your iPhone device and listen to those. I prefer to just lay in my office with my diffuser on and low lighting, or sit on a meditation pillow in front of a vision board. Anything that's going to help you calm down, settle your mind for a little bit, and focus on positive things. That's the power of meditation. Sleep longer and better. That might be hard, like I said earlier, for an overexhausted parent or somebody who has to sit in front of a computer to work for many, many hours in front of a blue screen. So I would just say, use your essential oils, use your healthy sleep habits by creating your healthy sleep environment, but honor your body if you suddenly feel like you're tired at 8 o'clock at night rather than 10 normally. Sauna and steam rooms, they improve serotonin in the body. It also releases your skin is the biggest organ in the body, and so saunas and steam rooms will help your skin detox a lot of the toxins and things that we're exposed to. If there is buildup of inflammation, it can help work that out of the body. It also feels really good, so you get that serotonin and endorphin release. Hot baths, I know for busy parents, it's hard to find that time. Stick the kids in a bathtub as well. It'll be beneficial to them as well. Maybe add your essential oils to that for some therapeutic benefits there. Add some Epsom salt or some baking soda to really make it into a detox bath. And then get social, get out, be with people. I know in the wintertime it's really easy for us to withdraw and stay put, because it is harder to get out and about during the wintertime. It seems like a lot more work, right? You might have to put more layers on or scrape the window or something like that. I always say, I know it's wintertime when the automatic toilets flush 4 times before you've gotten all your layers back on again. So I know it's more effort, but it's really important. There's something magical when people support each other and interact with each other. So make sure you get that social time in. And then we've already talked about exercise, maybe just adjusting that. Reducing toxic load. So this is something that I started about 5 years ago, really aggressively doing, is to change out things in our home. Environmental scientists say that we have more toxic air inside our home than outside, and that we have been exposed, or that we are exposed to more toxins in 1 week than our grandparents were in their entire lifetimes. And the reason for this is that there's about 360 known chemicals on the market and in products. It's in our carpets, it's in our furniture, it is in our clothing, it's in our wall paint, it's in everything in our homes. So there's things that we can't control, but there are things that we can control. And so it's important that we take some active steps to try and reduce our toxic load. phthalates, VOCs, formaldehyde, PRCs, triclosan, chlorine. All of these things are known toxins that are used in products that are on the market. And I have to tell you, when we started eliminating things that may have toxins in them and switch over to a more natural way of living in our home, we had every single one of these products in our home. So I have long since changed over self-care products, and my cleaning products and air freshening products were not changed out yet up until 5 years ago. So now we go for more natural options, and you can too. The first complaint I always get from people is, I'm a busy parent. I have a busy career. I cannot spend the time making these products. I want to tell you that they're so easy to make. They take less time than it takes me to put something on a grocery list and actually go to a grocery store to pick these items up. 2 minutes to put a bottle of sanitizer or cleaner together. A minute to put a few things together for makeup remover. And we give you all these recipes to help you make some of these things yourself. I also use Norwex, which is another green cleaning company. They sell these amazing microfiber rags that have silver in them. And with my doTERRA cleaners, I feel like I have the most natural, best cleaning system I could possibly ask for. And then, like I said, the diffusers are used in our home too. And I put 1 drop of essential oils in there. They go really far. So essential oils are really cheap in comparison to the many, many cleaning products that we buy once you actually truly look at the cost. And then doTERRA makes it really easy as well to switch your natural or your self-care products like shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, hand lotion, chapstick, all of those things, because they provide those natural options in their spa range as well. So this is how we made the transition really easy. Cleaning is really easy for me because I just use my cleaner concentrate and I'm done. I mean, I clean my stove, dust surfaces, floors, dishes, tubs. I mean, this stuff cleans everything and it goes incredibly far. So it's pennies to the dollar compared to commercial cleaning products that I might be picking up. doTERRA makes it really easy to get started with essential oils. We give you so many resources. The Home Essential Kit is just one of several starter kits that you can use. There's never any minimum order when you're a member with doTERRA, just to be a member. When you buy a kit, there's not even an enrollment fee, and you get all these amazing discounted products that makes it so much easier to start your process. With the Home Essentials Kit, the reason I love it is because you get your Deep Blue for sore muscles. I'm going from the right to the left. You get your On Guard for that. Immune support. By the way, you get the pedal diffuser that I showed you as well. You get Digestin for digestive issues, Breathe for respiratory issues, Peppermint for head and neck tension, Oregano we already talked about, Melaleuca for cleaning, Lemon for detoxing and cleaning, Lavender for sleeping, and frankincense for everything. I mean, if there's one oil you have to have, it's frankincense. I don't even know if I could choose, but frankincense you can do a lot with as well. And that's a very precious oil that you get greatly discounted. So it really is easy to get started. We also plug you in to some continuous education programs. This is just one that's being offered right now as an example, but these are offered continuously so that you can learn more about how to use your essential oils. This is the second to last part of our tier, or our pyramid, is informed self-care, your ability to learn new skills, to learn more natural ways to help yourself and to help others and improve your quality of life that way. I always say my favorite thing about having my oils in my life is that I don't feel helpless anymore. I don't feel like when my family has an issue going on or a friend has an issue going on, I feel like I have a tool that I can reach out and help with. doTERRA, the reason we've chosen doTERRA is because of the quality and the potency of the oils. And there's a very good reason why you're going to find that no matter what brand of essential oil you use, you're going to come back to doTERRA with the best results, or you're going to get the best results from doTERRA's oils, because They are sourced all around the world. And there's a reason that doTERRA doesn't grow in Salt Lake City at their corporate office, their plants themselves. I can't pretend that the lavender that I'm going to grow here in my backyard next spring in Idaho is the same quality medicinal oil plant that would be the lavender that's grown in Bulgaria. So doTERRA works with master distillers who have passed this skill. It's almost like winemaking, who have passed this skill on from generation to generation and have learned how to pick those lang lang petals at the exact right time when the oils are going to be at their peak and most potent and most quality. And they have that knowledge to be able to distill those. doTERRA also cuts the middleman out so that these people can be compensated not just a fair wage, but an actual living wage. You can Google the difference between the two, but it's a very important ethical component of sourcing. doTERRA is currently also the only company that's going to provide you with a lab report to show you what's in exactly. You can look up the lab reports for each one of your batches of oils to know exactly what's in your oil. So the ethics is extremely high. And for me, this was the reason why we decided to switch over. As a middle class, really hardworking family, we felt that we maybe didn't have the disposable income to have a global impact, yet it's something that was so on my heart. And through doTERRA, by switching our consumerism and the products we already use in our home, by switching that over to doTERRA and by learning the skills to use essential oils in our family, we have been able to have that global impact. doTERRA's co-impact sourcing initiative protects people, and when they go in to source these oils, they also provide schools, medical care, microlending programs, whatever the people need in that community, fresh water, whatever it may be, they provide to elevate life for those families. So when you use the doTERRA products, you are also helping with that global initiative. And that's really important to me. It's little changes that we all can make to elevate life, not just for ourselves, but for everyone else. We have also an amazing environmental impact that I feel is very important to us as a family, because we play outside. We find our solutions outside. We find our grounding and our spiritual well-being outside in nature. And this is how we also protect that. So many things that is so amazing and wonderful and beautiful about this culture. We're going to take you under our wing and support you in any way that we can, whether it's through essential oils or not. Our contact information is right here on the screen. Write it down, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. Connect with us if there's any way that we can help you or guide you live a more fuller and better life. Please let us know. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you a blessed evening, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.